I need everything down and your eyes up here. All right, so in this video, we are going to be looking at how to use marker to paint. And at each of your tables, you'll find that there are 4 brushes in the containers. And we'll talk about how to check them for when they're clean at the end of class. The other thing you're going to find at your table is that there are 4 water cups. Now, I already filled this one because this is where it comes in handy to have one person only go up to the sink. That's one person from each table. So the supply person should go up and just get a pretty full container of water. Then he's going to bring it up back to the table, or she, and just disperse that water amongst the 3 or 4 of you. And it makes it a lot easier than having, 16, 20, some people go to each sink. By the way, if you sit at the yellow, red, blue, or violet tables, you are going to be using what we call the east wall. That is the pink and the blue sinks. If you sit at green, orange, black, brown, or pink, you guys are going to be using the south wall, and that's where the orange and the green are. So anyway, now that I have my water, I have my paintbrush, you'll probably find that you also have paper towel at your table. I try to stock up on half rolls so that we can put them right in the caddy. So if your table doesn't have one for today, it's okay. You can share with another table. If you do have one, use them as much as you need, but let's make sure the paper towels get thrown away. So what we are going to do is we're going to be painting these sections. And you have choices. You can use every color in your box. You may use 3 colors in your box. You may decide just to use 2 colors. I would definitely say you have to use at least 2, though. All right? So make sure your eyes are on the board, please. So these markers, these Crayola markers, are actually water-based markers, which allows us to turn them into paint with water. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to outline my section. And I'm just doing the line that made the part in this section. Excuse me, the part. And then I'm going to take some water in my brush, and I'm going to use the tip of my brush to liquefy this. And my goal is to turn this into light and dark values. So it's going to get lighter in value as it comes towards the center. You see how that's turning into paint? Okay. Now, as I go further and further in, I'm going to have it get lighter and lighter. And if I want to turn it into white, all I have to do is take all the paint out, and you can use paper towel. Since I don't have any, though, I'm just going to gently pinch my brush, and I'm going to drag this to the point where it turns into white. Now, you're going to do this with your sections, and if you decide to have maybe all of the inner circle blue, you can do that. Or maybe you're going to say, I'm going to skip over here and do blue. That's up to you. If I wanted to do this whole section, all of these parts in this section blue, you can do that. And I will try and show you an example here in just a moment. But I'm going to go ahead and skip to my next color. And I'm going to do pink up here. Same concept. I'm going to put my pink down. Pink is a really light color here. We'll see how much I can fade it. So I put my pink down, same thing. I've got water in my brush. I'm just going to liquefy this, turn it into paint, and have it fade. Now, if you're ever making a poster and you have some really good paper, or better yet, watercolor paper, and you want to paint some large areas, you can actually use just water-based markers. Crayola, for example, generally are the water-based markers. So there we go. I've got my light and dark in that section. So again, I've got some examples on the board for you. Most people like to do just a whole variety of colors, and that's really going to be up to you. Now, when it comes to cleaning, here's how we clean our brushes. Okay, if we're just using the markers, we can probably do this right at our table because this is still very clean. And I'm just going to check my brush by saying, okay, I'm going to pinch just the water out. You notice I did not twist and I did not pull. But again, I'm just running it in the bottom, and I'm going to pinch off the extra water, and then I'm going to run it on the back of my hand. At the end of class, I will ask that a supply person shows me their brushes. In fact, they're going to have all 4 of them like this, and I'll say, all right, swipe for me, and they're going to swipe. If anything comes out dirty, you're going to have to clean it a little bit better, okay? But that's how we'll leave today, is just making sure everything is clean with the swipe test. So that is it. Do you have any questions? All right, you guys may go ahead and send your person up. Whoever is in charge of